Hello, anyone not still living in the 1970s. We interrupt today to bring you this announcement. Husker Ninja is in the building. Alright, guys, we are here with episode 2 of the Nebraska Cornhuskers Dynasty here on NCAA 14. The Cornhuskers take on the Marshall Thundering Herd at home here in Week 2, fresh off a Week 1 home win against Colorado State. If I remember correctly, the final in that one was 31-14. Maybe it was 31-17. I don't know. It was one of those two, I think. When you take a look at the season defensive ranks, Nebraska's defense has done pretty well. 33rd in pass yards allowed, 1st in rush yards allowed. In truth, they gave up -6 yards rushing last week. Hello everyone, welcome to Memorial Stadium here in Lincoln, Nebraska. We got a Week 2 showdown between the Nebraska Cornhuskers and the Marshall Thundering Herd. Nebraska had a season opening win last week here at Memorial Stadium. That one was, I believe, a 31-14 win against Colorado State. And Marshall lost their first game. We'll see if they can right the ship here in Lincoln, though I assume that will be a tall task. And Jordan Westerkamp will return the kick to start the game. Gets to the outside, tripped up by the shoelaces. 31-yard return. Now it comes Amani Cross, the Impact senior tailback. He had a good game last week. We'll see if he can keep it up here in non-conference play against Marshall. But we've got some items of note on the recruiting trail, as the first 5 commitments of the Husker Ninja era here in Lincoln have committed. As on first down, Amani Cross gets 10 yards, 24 rushes, 173 yards, and a touchdown on the year for the senior. He's down to the 36. And Kyle Bobo, a 5'11", 226-pound athlete out of Vidalia, Georgia, is the first commitment of the Husker Ninja era. They give to Amani Cross, who's wrapped up for a 1-yard gain. But the coaching staff seems to think Bobo would be a really good fit at halfback. They've also got Sam Young, a 6 foot, 187-pound corner out of Kappa, Hawaii. They've got TJ Harrell, a JUCO sophomore athlete. As Amani Cross gets 13 yards on 2nd and 9, first down at midfield for Nebraska. Harrell's 6'5", 209 pounds. He's out of San Juan, Texas. And the coaches, he's a very versatile athlete. So far, the coaches have been telling me they think he could be a free or strong safety. He could play corner, he could play wide out, and he could play tailback. So it'll be interesting to see where he finally ends up. Cross gets a carry on first down. He's down the sideline. 29-yard run for Amani Cross. 4 carries, 53 yards, and they got it first down at the 21 of Marshall. But yeah, it'll be interesting to see where TJ Harrell ultimately ends up. Again, he's a junior college sophomore. And they got Westerkamp for 11 yards on the first pass play of the game. That'll set him up first down at the 10 of the Thundering Herd. 1 for 1 for 11 yards today is Tommy Armstrong. But Philip Kaysen, a 6'3", 315-pound guard out of Tyler, Texas, and 6'2", 195-pound wideout Jeff Casey out of West Palm Beach. They round out the recruiting class to this point. As that one was a gain of no yards there for Amani Cross. He's got 5 carries for 53 yards. And it's 2nd down and 10 here. Armstrong broke his tackle. Jack's defenders with him. It's a 5-yard rush. 1 carry, 5 yards for Tommy Armstrong, and it is 3rd and 4 from the Marshall 5. Under 5:30 to go first quarter. Nebraska's knocking on the door looking to punch it in. They give it to Adam Taylor, and he's short of the first. He got 3 yards, and I wonder what play they dial up on 4th and goal from the 1. Okay, basically it's 4th and goal. They call it 4th and 1, but it's basically 4th and goal. Alright, 4th and goal, and they're going to take a gamble and go for it early. Armstrong gives to Andy Janovich, and the fullback can't. Really? The fullback gets stuffed? Are you kidding me? That's pathetic. So they'll turn him over. Couldn't get a yard into the end zone. So that was a red zone trip wasted. A goal line trip wasted. But this Nebraska defense takes Devin Johnson down after a gain of 4. And Marshall's going to be one of those teams that runs no huddle, I suppose. Bite me, Thundering Herd. I hate no huddle offenses. Hate it. Birdsong wants to run the option. Nate Gary takes him down after a 5-yard rush. And it'll set up 3rd down and 1. Ball's on the 10-yard line. And this is a 3rd and manageable, but you know this Nebraska defense would love to just get a stop. Birdsong broke a tackle. Jonathan Rose, is going to take him down, but it's a 1st down. And they may have to end up putting a QB spy on Birdsong if he keeps running like that. Down goes Michael Birdsong, but he got away. What? You had him dead to right 10 yards behind the line of scrimmage, and instead he gets 6 yards? Are you kidding me, defense? 2nd and 4, this Nebraska rush defense. That was pathetic. You had him twice behind the line of scrimmage, and a face mask. Offside, same thing, whatever. It's 1st down at the 30. Freedom McKinley was stupid and doesn't know where to line up. Devin Johnson got 8 yards. Still can't believe it. You got him 10 yards behind the line of scrimmage and let him get 6. Pathetic tackling. They give to Stuart Butler, and surprise, surprise, 6-yard rush before he's finally brought down. Anyway, it's 2nd and 4 coming up on 3 minutes to go here in the first quarter in a scoreless game because Marshall's defense is better at short yardage than Nebraska's defense. Makes sense. Michael Birdsong trying to think he's Michael Vick or Johnny Football or Cam Newton or take your pick of running quarterbacks. RG3, I don't know. Birdsong thinking he's one of them, but no. Leroy Alexander takes Stuart Butler down after a gain of 7. 2 carries, 13 yards for Butler, and they've got it to midfield already. They started at their own 1, and they got it to midfield. That's how poorly this Nebraska defense has looked on this first drive. Birdsong taken down that time. Valentine actually made sure he got stuck behind the line. It's 3rd and 7. No. 10-yard loss turned into a 6-yard rush there that time. It actually is a loss of 3. Don't worry. They finally figured out how to tackle, kind of. Birdsong just throws it away. And so that'll be a punt. A frustrating first drive for this Nebraska defense. Ultimately ends in no harm, no foul. And now you have to punt it away to DeMornay Pearsonell. Actually, they're just going to punt it out of bounds. That's a good punt there by Williams. Nebraska's pinned at their own 5 to start. Alright, first down for Nebraska, 2:04 to go, first quarter. Still a score this game because they couldn't convert on 4th and goal from the 1. And that's dropped by Ethan Carter. Carter had a solid 8-yard gain there, and he just butterfinger. And it's 2nd and 10 now. That's Cross on the screen, and Amani Cross gets 10 yards in the first. So at least this Nebraska offense has some breathing room to operate from now as they've got it out to the 15. 2 for 3 for 21 yards for Tommy Armstrong. They can't talk. Tommy Armstrong. As he throws in Westerkamp, he lost 2 yards, but at least he caught it. There was a defender going up to try and make a play on the ball. 2nd and 12 from their own 13. They'll give it to Amani Cross, and Cross is tripped up by his own blocker. So it's only a gain of 4, but that had the potential to be so much more. Offensive linemen, just get out of your running back's way. 3rd down and 8 right here. They'll take a shot deep, and it's caught and dropped by Pearsonell. They're going to get a roughing the passer, though. It's on Gary Thompson, so it'll be 1st and 10 from the 32. And at least it's not a punt, but it also could have been 1st down from around midfield if Pearsonell could catch. You know what? It's fine, it's just one drop. They got a 1st down anyway, no big deal. It's underneath, and Carter makes the catch that time. 6 yards on 1st down for the tight end, Ethan Carter. That's up 2nd and 4 from the 38. Armstrong's 4 for 6 for 25 yards. Cotton goes in motion. And Armstrong got hit as he throws, so it's incomplete. As Marshall decided to bring the blitz, and this offensive line couldn't pick it up well enough. Those underneath, there's Jake Cotton. Not Jake Cotton, Sam Cotton. 19 yards on 3rd and 4 sets up 1st down from the Marshall 42. As you look at the total yards, 109 for Nebraska, 45 for Marshall. It was underneath, and that was airballed, intended for Westerkamp. That'll set up a 2nd and 10 from the 42 of the Thundering Herd. We've seen a balanced offensive attack so far today. They give to Amani Cross, and Cross can't break a tackle. It's only 3 yards. That'll take us to the end of the first here in Lincoln. We got to score this game going between Nebraska and Marshall. Nebraska's got a 3rd and 7 in Marshall territory when we come back. So it's 3rd and 7 from the Marshall 39 as we begin the 2nd quarter. 2 for 3 on 3rd downs today, although the one they missed, they ended up failing on 4th down too. But right there, Pearsonell open over the middle on the slant. He's got 16 yards and a 1st down. Armstrong 6 for 10 for 60 yards. 8 1st downs for Nebraska, only 3 for the Thundering Herd. The throw underneath, that was nearly intercepted by Keith Baxter. He dropped back into zone right as Armstrong got ready to throw to an open Westerkamp, who is suddenly not open anymore. In any case, it's only incomplete. That's up 2nd and 10. Rifles over the middle and overthrew Alonzo Moore. Sets up a 3rd down and 10 from the 24. 3 for 4 on 3rd downs, but Nebraska's already basically in field goal range. As a man open underneath it, Ethan Carter. He got 22 yards and Nebraska's in business again. 1st down and goal from the 2. 7 for 13 for 82 yards for Armstrong. And we'll see if Nebraska can punch it in this time. 1 play, 2 yards, touchdown. That's how you operate out of 1st and goal or any goal-to-goal situation. Not take 4 plays and not get 10 yards to get into the end zone. That drive went 91 yards in 15 plays. And with 7:28 to go till halftime, Nebraska's got a 7-0 lead. Brown's kick is going to go out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And they'll take it out to the 25. Marshall had some solid momentum going until the drive fizzed out around midfield. We'll see what they can do this time with better starting field position than their previous drive. They'll give it to Johnson and broke a tackle from Leroy Alexander as Devin Johnson gets a first. 3 carries, 23 yards. I guess Devin Johnson's just a really good running back, or at least Nebraska's defense is making him look really good. Devin Johnson hit by Leroy Alexander, and this time 3 other Husker defenders helped finish him off. Only 2 yards before he's knocked out of bounds. Sets up 2nd and 8 near the 40. I think it'll be marked down at their own 38. Man in motion for the Thundering Herd here on 2nd down. Birdsong hit as he throws, and that's caught by Ryan Juracek. 3 yards sets up a manageable 3rd down and 5. It's 3rd and 5. We'll see what this Nebraska defense can do, and we'll see what this offensive Marshall can do, I guess. Throws knocked away by Daniel Davey. But there's a flag, so he may have gotten there early. Actually, no, it's just roughing the passer. That's on David Santos. And so instead of 4th down and a punt, it's 1st and 10 from the Nebraska 44. And Marshall's got a drive going again. First down from the Cornhuskers, 44 for Marshall. Birdsong gives to Butler, who's brought down behind the line. David Santos having none of it. So Santos at least doing a little bit to make up for his questionable decision to rough the passer on the 3rd down play just before it. There you go. Michael Birdsong lost a yard on the option. 3 Huskers got to him, led by Byerson Cockrell. And so it went from 1st and 10 to 3rd and 13 from the Nebraska 4th and 7. 47. Oh, I can't talk today. Birdsong wants to pass. Throws it up there. Knocked away by Nathan Gary. And Daniel Davey was also in coverage. I don't really think they ever really had much of a chance to complete that. An injury update. Allen, a wideout for Marshall, will return soon. Didn't even realize he gotten hurt. That punt will bounce into the end zone, and so it's a touchback. And Nebraska's offense has looked really, really good so far today. They come back out with a 7-0 lead, and they're looking to add to it. 80 yards to take a 2-score lead. Ethan Carter can't hang on to it. I believe that's Carter's 2nd drop of the game already. And it's 2nd and 10 from their own 20 for Nebraska. 5:35 to go till halftime. They'll give to Cross. And, outside of the first, 5 carries of the game, Amani Cross has had a tough time getting much going. That one only good for a gain of 1. It's 3rd and 9. And overthrew a Jordan Westerkamp who was open and would have had the first down. Nebraska is going to take a bit of another gamble and go for it on 4th and 9. Not sure why. Yes, Hushkin is just like, you know what, let's put this game away. And instead it's knocked away by A.J. Leggett. So they're 0 for 2 on 4th downs, and now Martian's got good field position. In fact, they're at the 41 in Nebraska. Alright, Birdsong wants to pass. Has a man open underneath. It's Deontay McManus. He's got 11 yards down to the Cornhusker 10, and it'll be 1st and goal for Marshall, who, thanks to an inability to punch it in on 4th and goal by the Nebraska offense, find themselves only down 7-0. They give to Johnson, and Nate Gary wraps up Devin Johnson after a gain of 5. 2nd and goal. Can this defense work a goal line stand? Alright, here we go. Coming up on 4:30 to go, first half. David Santos stuffed Devin Johnson immediately, pushed him backwards, and it's only a gain of 3. So that play was made by David Santos. He originally met him, and then, well, Devin Johnson gets in on that play, so it doesn't matter. Dang it should be like 17-0 right now, but couldn't punch it in on 4th and goal. From the 1, mind you, and then just a couple bad throws there by Armstrong lead to nothing working. So 4:19 to go in the first half, and a game that Nebraska has basically dominated in all aspects of the game is tied at 7. Pearson out with a 27-yard return out to the 25. And we'll see if they can actually punch it into the end zone this time. Blitz coming. They got Westerkamp on the screen, and Westerkamp's down the sideline. He's got 14 yards down to the 39. Three catches, 23 yards for Jordan Westerkamp, and Armstrong's 8 for 17 for 96 yards. And the pressure coming, they tried Cross on the screen, and instead he lost a yard. Alright, 2nd down, 11 to go, ball on their own 37. Got a tie game here in Lincoln. It's underneath, that's caught by Pearson now. He's got 8 yards on 2nd down, sets up a manageable 3rd and 3. Armstrong's 10 for 19 for 103 yards, 4 for 6 on 3rd downs today. They'll give to Cross, and Cross has running room up the middle of the field. Broke a couple tackles and then dragged down by his face mask. So 15 more free yards for Nebraska. And that's 1st down at the 24 of the Thundering Herd. Alright, 1st down, 10 to go for Nebraska. They're nearly in the red zone again with 3 minutes to go in the first half. Looking to take the lead. Those underneath, one-handed grab there by Sethan Carter. Actually a nice grab there by the tight end. And it's 1st and 10 from the 11. Armstrong, 11 for 20 for 116 yards. Their 3rd red zone trip. They got a touchdown and they failed 4th down conversion on the last one. Or on the first one, I mean. A loss of 1 there. So that's not going to help. But if you look at the total yards, that showed up a play, Nebraska's got, well, now I guess it's 201 compared to only 72 for Marshall. And a nice play there by the defender to knock the ball away from Alonzo Moore. Now it's 3rd and 11, and you would hate to have a nice drive result in nothing more than a field goal. Throws it up to the end zone and intercepted. Didn't quite throw it enough to Westerkamp. Like an inch more, and that's probably a touchdown. So, yeah, you don't like settling for a field goal. I imagine they like throwing an interception in the end zone even less. Nebraska's had their chances. They just haven't been able to do anything to really capitalize. They've been moving the ball left and right. They just only have 7 points to show for 3 red zone trips. And that's not going to fly. I don't care who you're playing. So Marshall extremely fortunate to still be in the game. We'll see if they can make the most of it. 26 yards to Devin Johnson. So not only is he a running back, I guess he's also a part-time wide receiver too. And this Nebraska defense, which started so strong for the first 3 possessions, is reeling. They just can't buy a stop right now. Birdsong throws off his back foot, incomplete. Sets up 2nd and 10 from the Cornhusker 46. You really need to make a nice play here. Halt any of the momentum being gained by Marshall. And that's thrown. So either that was caught and they'll get 15 free yards, or that was incomplete and they'll get 15 free yards. Chris Jones, corner that obviously there's a reason he never plays, refs the passer. I think it was caught because now it's from the 14. Second trip in the red zone for Marshall. Their first one resulted in a touchdown. This Nebraska defense would love to get a turnover of some sort. Instead, it's a broken tackle and 4 yards there on first down by Birdsong. I expect the second half they'll come out with the QB spy more because Birdsong, it's ridiculous how well he's being able to run right now. Birdsong throws off his back foot and that's intercepted. Nathan Gary. He's going to go all the way. This is a pick 6. Dives into the end zone. It's a touchdown for Nebraska, but never mind, it's coming back. Greg McMullen, the retard roughing the passer. What the heck are you doing? You stupid, stupid idiot. Instead of a pick 6 and a lead, it's 1st and goal from the 5. You just done yourself a demotion to the bench, Dumbo. You stupid idiot. Maybe you'll play never. In goes A.J. Natter. Out goes Greg McMullen. They just took away a pick 6 by Nathan Gary because of his boneheaded stupidity. And Huskerton has had enough. He's out. They give to Butler. Nate Gary hits him. And Stuart Butler only got 2 yards because he got met almost immediately by Nathan Gary. 2nd and goal from the 2. Nebraska's defense had already forced a pick 6. But Birdsong got lucky because stupid McMullen. But Devin Johnson met in the backfield that time by Malik Collins. Now it's 3rd down and goal from the 4. Can they get an actual turnover? A field goal is still a Marshall lead. Birdsong wants to pass into the end zone, caught by Jean Lewis. So yeah, instead of pick 6 Nebraska lead, it's touchdown Marshall lead. Thanks, McMullen, you're never playing again. and this crowd at Memorial Stadium just cannot believe what is going on. Studio update, Colorado with the 10-7 lead over number 5 Oregon. And a minute 6 left in the first half in Boulder. And elsewhere, San Diego State leads number 1 Ohio State 10-6. 51 seconds left in the first half at the Horseshoe. And 52 seconds left in the first half here, and Nebraska is losing to Marshall by 7. Never fear, you got Des Moines Pearsonell, which is always a big block away from a big return. Instead, that one's only for 25 yards. As you see, Amani Cross in the first quarter, 7 carries, 60 yards. In the fourth, 4 for 17 and a touchdown. So Nebraska has moved the ball well, but they faltered in the red zone. We'll see if they can score here now that they're down. Wants to throw deep. Overthrew Des Moines Pearsonell. And Tavis Rowe is in the area. And I don't know if you guys noticed, but Western Michigan clobbered Iowa earlier. The final score was like 28-6. So we don't want to be another Big Ten team to get destroyed by a Power 5 conference, or by a Group of 5 conference team. Des Moines Pearsonell, he got 15 yards and a first down out to the 46. 12 for 24, 138 yards and an interception. As a man open over the middle, and Ethan Carter dropped it, and he almost knocked it into the defender's hands. This Nebraska offense has moved the ball well, but in the red zone, they are 1 conversion out of 3 total attempts, and that's not going to fly. One-handed grab by Jordan Westerkamp. What a catch. He's falling over, sticks one hand up, and yeah, Jordan Westerkamp is coming in clutch here so far. Wants to take a shot to the end zone. Westerkamp again, 34 yards, touchdown Nebraska. 14 for 27, 192 yards, a touchdown and an interception for Tommy Armstrong. And Jordan Westerkamp, he's got dynamic catches all over the place. 24 seconds left first half. We're tied at 14. But really, this game should not be as close as it is. Nebraska's offense has dominated the total yardage possession. They just, red zone accuracy, 1 for 3 is not going to cut it. And then a pick 6 was wiped out by Greg McMullen roughing the passer, which, like a play later, led to a touchdown. Nearly intercepted there by Jonathan Rose. So it'll be 2nd and 10 from the 25. 20 seconds left first half, and I'm kind of surprised Marshall's not just trying to run out the clock. They won that play. That's Johnson. David Santos wrapped him up shy. Nebraska will call their final timeout of the first half. They're down in 3. I would assume they'll just run it again and go into the locker room. 4 for 6 on 3rd down. Birdsong wants to pass. Down he goes. Michael Birdsong lost 7 yards. And that's how this first half will end. Marcus Newby broke free and got the sack there. So we've reached halftime in Lincoln. A closer than expected game between Marshall and Nebraska. The Cornhuskers, they've really played a really solid first half, but they're tied at 14 with the Thundering Herd. And to begin the second half, Coach Husker Ninja rolling the dice a little bit here. Tried an onside kick to begin the first half, or 3rd quarter, I mean. And it doesn't work, but, you know, I guess that's not a terrible idea. You played better, you hit the ball to start the 3rd quarter, and you never know what happens. Birdsong wants to run on the read option, and guess what? They still haven't put on a QB spot. Daniel Davey takes Birdsong down, but not before he gets 11. Fully expect Birdsong to be QB spied from here on out. Once, they stop running the gosh darn no huddle. And Devin Johnson just completely ran over a defender. 13 yards and a first down. And this Nebraska defense all of a sudden can't do anything. We're seeing flashbacks of Bo Pelini's defense here. Except it's not a Wisconsin running back. No, it's Marshall's quarterback. And Marshall's running back too, I guess. But mostly Marshall's quarterback. Speaking of which, Birdsong got 8 yards on first down. They give to Johnson, and Marcus Newby blows it up before it even gets started. Lost of 3 yards there by Devin Johnson. Nice heads-up play there by Marcus Newby. The linebacker blew that play up before it even got started, and now it's 3rd and 5. Birdsong to the end zone, knocked away. Leroy Alexander knocks the ball away, so they'll hold the field goal try. The kick is up and good, and it is 17-14 Marshall. 6:55 to go, third quarter. We keep waiting for Nebraska to show their dominance and for it to appear on the scoreboard, but it hasn't happened yet. There goes Pearsonell, folks. DeMornay Pearsonell with the 40-yard return. They'll start at their own 38 for their first drive of the second half. And they got momentum after Jordan Westerkamp happened to this Marshall defense. And he got open deep again, I think. Oh, no, never mind. Corey Tyndall rebounded nicely to knock it away. 14 for 28, 192 yards, touchdown, and an INT. Westerkamp was open for a little bit. I guess that was a nice rebound there by the defender to just swat it down. 2nd and 10. They'll give to Monty Cross. Lost of 2 yards. This running game it's not working, and Cross is down, guys. Monty Cross is hurt. At least for the time being. 5 for 8 on third downs. Here's a 3rd and long. Oh, Pearsonell's out too. That's nice. So it's for Westerkamp. What a catch. He just jumped up, climbed the ladder. And that's 12 yards and a first down. 6 catches, 95 yards, and a touchdown for Jordan Westerkamp. Armstrong's got 210 passing yards on the day. Cross will return soon, by the way. They're down to the Marshall 46 now. 6:07 to go, third quarter. They give to Adam Taylor, and yeah, that's not happening. He got a yard. 2 carries, 4 yards. The sub in Taylor until Monty Cross can return at full health. Total yards, Nebraska's got 294. Only 162 for Marshall. Yet the Thundering Herd have the lead. That was a face mask there. Really, Nebraska's playing a lot better than the scoreboard is showing. I mean, I know I've said this about 30 times, but when you go 1 for 3 in the red zone with a failed 4th and goal from the 1, and then you have a pick 6 wiped out by a roughing the passer, thanks Greg McMullen, you just, yeah. Tough luck. Armstrong wants to run on the read option. He's got 4 yards on first down. And the face mask gave him first down at the 33, so now it's to the Thundering Herd 29. Taj Letman with the stop there. I believe he also has the interception. Goes underneath for Sethan Carter, and that's knocked away at the last second. So now it's 3rd and 6 from the 29. You're in field goal range. Do not turn the ball over. You are in field goal range. Just focus on that. As he throws, going into the end zone. Overthrew DeMornay Pearsonell. Actually overthrew him by a lot. That went way out of the back of the end zone. Yeah, the field goal Brown's kick is up, and it is inside the uprights. So we are tied at 17 again. Elsewhere, 7:06 to go, third quarter at the Horseshoe. It's now 10-9 San Diego State lead. The number 1 Buckeyes are on upset alert. So, not a good week for the Big Ten right now. Nebraska is getting all they can handle from Marshall thanks to poor red zone efficiency and a pick six negated because of a penalty. But also Iowa got stomped like 28-6 at home by Western Michigan. And now San Diego State's got the Buckeyes on upset alert. Another flag. Who's the idiot this time? Marcus Newby. And actually, really, that's Newby's first mistake of the game. He's made a couple nice plays in the backfield, made a couple nice initial hits toward the line of scrimmage. Just shouldn't have used the face mask on that play. So now it's first down for Marshall at the Nebraska 45, maybe 44. Birdsong hit, and down he goes. Michael Birdsong got absolutely sacked by David Santos. He just completely wrecked the quarterback there. Newby's also got a big sack. Actually, not a big sack. It's what ended the first half. Devin Johnson blown up in the backfield. Michael Rose-Ivy, the first one to get to him. Corey Jones also in on the play. So now it's 3rd and 20 from their own 46. 4 for 8 on third downs. It's a 3rd and forever here. This black shirt defense can smell getting off the field. They give it to Devin Johnson. Leroy Alexander couldn't quite make the play, but he slowed him up enough for Byerson Cockrell to finish him off. So Marshall's got a punt, and now I wonder if this is where Nebraska starts to maybe pull away. Although, of course, they got to get it in the end zone for that to happen. And the punt goes out of bounds at the 24. It's not terrible field position here for Nebraska. 3:30 to go, third quarter. And they brought the blitz, and Armstrong had no chance. The offensive line could not hold their block. A.J. Leggett with the sack. That's up 2nd down and 16. Throwing deep. Incomplete, but there's a flag. Someone got to the quarterback late. We'll see who it is. It's Jarquez Samuel. Sets Nebraska up with the first down from their own 32. Doc Holliday is not very happy. Like, the Thundering Nerd Coach is like, really? What are you doing, kid? They got the read option. Armstrong Jr. with the spin move. Can't quite break the tackle, but he's got 10 yards and a first. Down to the 43. 4 carries, 13 yards for Tarmy Armstrong. Taj Latman with 6 tackles on the day after making the stop on that last one. They give to Cross. He broke a tackle and got a yard. 13 carries, 76 yards in the score. They got to get Amani Cross back involved. I mean, this run game is a big part of the offense here. Hold on, do we have a problem with the internet again? No, we do not. 2nd down and 6, or 2nd and 9, sorry. They give it to Cross. Cross only gets 2 yards. So here we go. It is 3rd down and 7 to go. This is probably 4-down territory just because you're in no man's land. Although, of course, you'd like to get the first right here. Pearsonell drops it. And that is, I believe, Pearsonell's 2nd drop of the game, too. They want him to punt, but I'm sorry, this is kind of no man's land. Because if you punt, it's a touchback. So that's really only, 20 yards extra field position. Takes a shot, knocked away by Corey Tyndall. So no, this is not where Nebraska is going to pull away because they just turned it over on downs. First down from the 45 of Nebraska. Great field position for Marshall. Birdsong wants to pass, has Johnson. Rose Ivy makes the tackle. He got brought down by the face mask. Hey, that should be offsetting penalties. Did you see the wideout, shove him on his, face mask, get away from me? Oh no, that's not even what it's for. It's roughing the passer on Malik Collins. Never mind. First and 10 from the 24, and all of a sudden, Marshall's set to take the lead again. This is tough, man. 8-yard rush there by Devin Johnson. He got 13 carries, 57 yards, and a score. This Nebraska defense would love to create their first turnover of the game here. Nope. Jonathan Rose doesn't let Birdsong stiff arm him. Still 7 yards in the first for him, though. And I cannot believe they haven't put the QB spy on yet. As soon as they stop going no huddle, I'm sure they'll be like, hey, do this. Adjust. Because he's killing them on the ground. Birdsong gives to Jean Lewis. Angelo Jean Louis. 3 yards. Or Jean Lewis, Jean Lewis, Jean Louis, I don't know. Second down and goal now. They're still doing the dang no huddle. They give to Johnson, and David Santos blew that play up before it even got started. Loss of 2 yards for Devin Johnson, and he's down. So now it is third down and goal. Under 40 seconds to go in the third quarter. If they don't get an interception or something, it'll be at least a field goal. Nope, instead it's a touchdown to Donquell Green. This Nebraska defense has not played very well since about the midway point of the second quarter. They really haven't. They had a good first quarter and a good start to the second quarter, but since then it's been downhill. This offense has kind of stopped moving the ball so well too. But studio update, number 5 Oregon on upset alert. Colorado with the 24-21 lead. 11:07 to go in Boulder. 24-21, pretty good game. We'll see if the Buffaloes can hold on. That'd be a big upset. Pearson already has one big return today. Tries to get to the outside, blew right by the guy. He's out to almost the 40 again. 41-yard return there. And it is second down and 4. 24 seconds left, third quarter. Nebraska down by 7. And that was a bad pass there by Tommy Armstrong. Just a bad decision there. It's interception number 2. And now Marshall's right back at it, and this could be trouble. 210 yards, 1 touchdown, but 2 interceptions for Armstrong. And Birdsong just got sacked. That was David Santos again for the second time. 2 sacks, 4 tackles for loss. And we've reached the end of the third quarter here in Lincoln. Nebraska's fully on upset alert. Marshall with the 24-17 lead. And you know what? You convert even the 4th and goal from the 1. And it's a different type of game. You at least get a field goal instead of throwing an interception on 3rd and goal toward the end of the first half, and it's a different game. Brought down in the backfield on 2nd down by Leroy Alexander. Devin Johnson's back, but ineffective on that play. Now it's 3rd and 18 early in the 4th quarter. Birdsong throws it out of bounds But there's a flag. Leroy Alexander. They had him turned away. They had the punt team ready to go. And Leroy Alexander's got to be Mr. Bonehead number 2. The first one was Greg McMullen, who has still not returned to the game following his roughing the passer, negating a Nate Gary pick 6 toward the end of the first half. Maybe Leroy Alexander's got to go down that route too. But not yet, because I don't think the backup's any better. I really don't think there's anyone other than him. Birdsong wants to run on the option. He's got room. Unbelievable. Untouched for 23 yards goes Michael Birdsong. This quarterback is making the black shirt defense look silly. And this is trouble. It's a 14-point Thundering Herd lead. And yeah, that total offense gap has mostly disappeared. Nebraska's still got about 60 more. Westerkamp brought down at the 15, and what? Did they really call that a fumble? Seriously? He was down. If it stands, it's about game over, I think. See, he's down. He's down and the ball comes out. Down right there. Ball comes out. Still Nebraska football. And they do indeed reverse it. But Nebraska's got to get something going. A big play perhaps would be really beneficial. And then they need their defense to force a stop without committing penalties. Monty Cross, he's blown up in the backfield. And this is not good to say the least. DJ Hunter, 4 tackles, 2 for loss. And Nebraska's not quite dead, but they need a score on this drive. Pearson now makes the catch down to the 35. 21 yards. And I wonder if maybe they'll go for the home run on this play now then. Armstrong throwing it deep. Caught by Westerkamp. Inside the 20 down to the 15. 48 yards for Jordan Westerkamp. And he has been a beast all day long. 4th red zone trip. Out of their first 3 drives, they got 1 touchdown. Cross going in motion. Throws into the end zone. Caught by Pearson L. There's a flag down. It's roughing the passer. That'll be declined. And Nebraska now only down by 7 again. They got the quick strike they needed. 5 catches, 84 yards, and a touchdown for Pearson L. Armstrong, 296 passing yards, 2 touchdowns, 2 INTs. 6:17 to go in Memorial Stadium. And Nebraska just needs a stop. And they'll go out of the back of the end zone. This defense needs to make a play. First down from the 25. If they can get a stop, this Nebraska offense can come out and try to tie it up. But they need a stop. Intercepted by Leroy Alexander. First turnover of the game for this black shirt defense. And all of a sudden the Husker offense is in business. They got it on the Marshall 24. Still 6:12 to go in this game. And I'm thinking they got a good chance to tie it up on this drive. Amani Cross running hard for his 2-yard rush. He got 16 carries, only 79 yards. He's just not been able to run very well at all since the first drive. And that has to change. Cotton in motion. They'll give to Cross. Cross with the seam, broke a tackle, broke another, and he got 10 yards and a first down. 17 rushes, 89 yards, and a score for Cross. And I imagine they give it to him again because he finally broke off for a good run. And then that play, well, it was a face mask, but they had 3 defenders in the area as soon as the ball was snapped, basically. So they will take the face mask on Raheem Husky, and it is 1st and goal. Ball is on the 7. Under 5.5 to go, 4th quarter. Nebraska looking to tie things up with Marshall. Amani Cross got hit after a 2-yard run. This is probably 4-down territory again. Probably. Oh, hold on. We'll see what's wrong with the internet or if it's going to resume. Or if not, I'll just restart from here and upload both parts. No big deal. Alright, the internet is cooperating again. We got 2nd and goal from the 5. They give to Cross, and he's in untouched. 5-yard touchdown run for Amani Cross. And 4:54 to go here in Lincoln. We got a tie game pending the extra point. Just like 2 minutes ago, Nebraska was down 14. We were thinking, uh-oh. But nope, they get a quick touchdown, and then they get a turnover, and now we're tied. 4:54 to go in regulation. And if Nebraska's defense can get another stop, we might think about Nebraska winning it. But a 14-point 4th quarter comeback would be pretty good. Comeback win, that would definitely be nice. Birdsong wants to pass. Daniel Davey with the interception. And Davey's got room inside the 10. Inside the 5. Dives into the end zone. It's a pick 6. Michael Birdsong, 2 straight passes, 2 straight interceptions. And all of a sudden, Nebraska scored 21 unanswered. 4:46 to go here in Lincoln. It's a 38-31 Cornhusker lead. Daniel Davey, the impact player at corner, just comes up with a huge play. There's no Greg McMullen to rough that one, or to rough the passer and ruin that one. He ruined Nate Darius. He wasn't going to ruin Davies. Simply because he has not returned to the field at all since then. He'll probably get a chance next week. Or next game. I don't know if they got a bye week 3 yet. Or I assume they have a week 3 game. I don't know for sure though. Birdsong with a 7-yard rush on 1st down. Under 4.5 to go here in the game. And Rose Ivy just absolutely lit up Devin Johnson in the backfield. That play was over before it even got started because if it wasn't Rose Ivy, there were 2 other black shirt defenders right there. So this 4th quarter, Nebraska's defense has buckled down and they have done a phenomenal job. Knocked away by Chris Jones, and it'll be 4th down. Jones nearly had the 3rd interception of this 4th quarter. 3:59 to go, and Marshall, instead of going for it on 4th and 5, they're going to punt. So Nebraska can work to end this game. And you're punting to Pearsonell. All it takes is one block and he's loose. Instead, it's only an 11-yard return there by DeMornay Pearsonell. And now you work on running the clock if you're this Nebraska offense. The running game worked on the last drive pretty well. You trust it to come up big again. Cross can't get to the corner, so he's chopped down after a gain of 1. Raheem Husky, 8 tackles, 2 for loss. And it is 2nd and 9 here. They want to go with the counter cross, rumbling hard. He ran right up the middle and got brought down by the face mask. Let's see if declined, it would be 3rd and 6. Instead, they'll take the first down from the 43 of Marshall. And now you really got to work on running this clock down, force Marshall to burn their timeouts, and just get out of here. The win could have been a lot like a larger margin of victory, but Monty Cross, 23 rushes, 107 yards, 2 scores. 2nd and 1 from the Marshall 34. And they're going to work on running this clock down. Probably to under 10 seconds before they finally snap it. Yes, they'll take the snap with 8 seconds. And Cross, he's got a first down and a 4-yard gain. 24 rushes, 111 yards, 2 touchdowns for Cross. Armstrong had a pretty good game with the exception of those 2 interceptions. But he also threw 2 touchdowns. And maybe now you look for a touchdown to be like deal breaker, game over. Westerkamp on the slant, wide open over the middle, that's 15. 8 catches, 158 yards, a ridiculous 19.8 average yards per catch. And he's got a touchdown too. And over 300 yards through the air for Tommy Armstrong Jr. And they're going to run this clock down. There's no reason why it shouldn't be to about under 2 minutes before the snap. And they do snap it. They give it to Adam Taylor. Adam Taylor got 5 yards. Timeout called by Marshall. 2nd and 5 from the 9. They'll give to Monty Cross. He plunges up the middle. He got 5. 1st and goal, and that'll probably do it. 1st and goal from the 4. Marshall still with the timeout. Minute 52 left. Sorry, they give to Cross. He got 2 yards, and they'll burn their final timeout with a thundering herd. It's 2nd down and goal from the 2. Second and goal from the 2, 1:50 to go. If Nebraska punches it in, it's game over. They give to Andy Janovich, and the fullback has a yard. 2 rushes for 1 yard for Andy Janovich. Maybe it's Janovic. I don't know. Anyway, 3rd down, goal to go from the 1. And they are going to run this clock down. They don't even necessarily need a touchdown. A field goal would ice it too. But you know you want to get a touchdown here. Janovich. He got a yard. But they're not going to give him the touchdown. Fourth and goal from the 1-inch line, basically. I don't know if I agree with this. You know what? If you're inside the one, you basically always go for it. I mean, that's a pretty good philosophy to have on life. Just always go for it from inside the one. And again, they say Janovic didn't get there. They still have a coach's challenge. They're going to use it just to see. Otherwise, I mean, the game's still basically over, but they like to say definitely, yeah, it is. But I think he got mad and did not get in. Maybe should have tried the field goal, but, I mean, they were basically on the 1-inch line. Alright, 24 seconds for Marshall to force overtime. They got the ball at their own 1-yard line for the second time today. Birdsong takes a shot, nearly picked off by Byerson Cockrell. And they're going to have probably 4 plays of just chucking it in as far as you can. Look at that, 450 yards of offense for this Cornhusker offense. Only like 260 for Marshall. Birdsong in the end zone throws it away. Jonathan Rose was in the area, and it's 3rd and goal from the 1. Not 3rd and goal, 3rd and 10 from the 1, sorry. There you go. 15 seconds left. Birdsong, pressure comes, throws it, and that's caught by Deontay McManus. 10 seconds left. He got out of bounds. An interception is game over. The odds are entirely stacked against Marshall. They throw underneath, and that'll end the game. Boaz Joseph hit him first. So probably a closer than expected Week 2 game. But Nebraska gets away with a 38-31 win. Although really they out-yarded them by a lot. So maybe you could make the case the game shouldn't even be that close. I don't know. In either case, it's a 14-point fourth-quarter comeback win. And the Husker Ninja era is off to a 2-0 start. That'll do it for me.